Good morning. Today acids, classification of acids on the base of concentration. Two are there and it is very simple. One is dilute and one is concentrated. Dilute acids have relatively low percentage of acid in aqueous solution, and these dilute acids are, if we are preparing dilute acids, it is exothermic reaction. You have to take care a lot while preparing. Why? Because it is exothermic. When you are adding it to the water, lot of heat is evolved. Lot of heat is coming out which may burn your skin. Low percentage of acid in aqueous solution. If I take the percentage of water and acid, it will be maybe 10% of acid and 90% of water, and that solution we say dilute. Let us go for concentrated. Have relatively high percentage in aqueous solution. High percentage of acid is present in concentrated acid. These we have to take care a lot when you are doing experiments with it. Dilute, most of dilute is there in our laboratory and concentrated in big industries and all. Let me tell you what are the percentage in aqueous solution. If you are taking water and a concentrated acid, 2% of water would be there, or 10% of water, and 90% of acid is present. Last one is acids, classification of acid on the basis of basicity. Three are there. Yesterday we have gone through in the overview. These all are just introduction, and everything we will read in detail when we start the actual lesson. Monobasic, dibasic and tribasic. Monobasic have one replaceable hydrogen. Replaceable, when it is in the aqueous solution, is it replaced? For example, HCl. Dibasic, it is very simple and easy to understand. Have two replaceable hydrogen, H2SO4, and tribasic have three replaceable hydrogen, H3PO4. Okay, you had a doubt in replaceable hydrogen, that we will do when some experiments are going on with it or some chemical reactions are going on. I will explain you. This is just an overview of acids. Okay. Now let us go for the physical property of acid. The next topic is physical properties of acids. First, acids are sour in taste. You know from small classes, but caution, don't taste HCl, H2SO4 acids which are in the laboratory. This sour in taste, you can get it from the fruits and other eatable items. Second, all strong mineral acids have corrosive action on skin and cause painful burn. If it falls on your skin, it will dehydrate your skin and skin will burn. Carbonic acids and organic acids are not corrosive. You have to take care of this. Carbonic is a weak acid. These are organic acids are also weak acid. These all are like the acids which you are getting from the fruits and food items. Chemical properties of acids. Chemical properties, one reaction I have taken and detailed all activities are there. Okay, when we go to school, and if I am able to arrange the things here, I will show you. But just highlighted. First, acid and metal reacts. It will give salt and hydrogen gas. Acid plus metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate gives you salt, carbon dioxide and water. Acid plus base gives you salt and water. Acid plus metal oxide gives you salt and water again. Acid plus metal, for example HCl plus Zn, this experiment came in 7th standard, gives ZnCl2 plus H2. Balancing and all you can do later on. Acid, HCl plus Na2CO3 gives NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Here what I have taken, metal carbonate. Okay. Metal hydrogen carbonate also I can take NaHCO3. What is that? Baking soda. Okay. If I take that, then also I will be getting, and it only the balancing you have to change. Third one, acid plus base gives you salt and water. HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O. Fourth, acid plus metal oxides gives you salt and water again. HCl plus Cu2O gives CuCl2 plus water, H2O. Okay, so with what acid gives its property? With what acid react? Acid react with metal carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate, base and metal oxides. Okay, the similar properties will be there for base also. If you remember this, then the opposite of that, if acid plus metal is there, so that will be acid, base, then base plus metal, base plus base, base plus wherever acid is there, instead of that base. So if you remember this, then base property also will come by itself. Clear? So with what acid reacts? Acid reacts with metal, metal carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate, base and metal oxides. Thank you and rest all next week. Good morning. Today I am going to do an activity 2.1 in the textbook. Activity 2.1 shows acids and bases in laboratory. What is this? Understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases. Bases I will be taking later on theory. Acids theory somewhat we have taken. Okay. So here what are they telling? In activity 2.1 you have to collect some solutions, some acids and bases from the laboratory. How much I could collect? I have collected. Here I have collected HCl, one of the acid, one of the strong acid. This is a weak acid, vinegar. This is the solid. This is calcium hydroxide, and I have made the solution with the water. Next, even I have taken a lemon, then and these are watch glass on which I will put the solutions and we will test. Okay, now how can we test? How can we make out that the solution is acidic or basic? That we have to check. When I put an indicator, what are these indicators? You have read one word, phenolphthalein. See, it is colorless. Okay, and this one is methyl orange. Two words are there, two indicators. And you have also read blue litmus and red litmus. Okay, so they are red and very light in color. You can see they are very light in color. I will tell you why these are like paper. These are paper only. These are natural indicator. Okay, let me tell you what are indicators. Indicators are the substance which is used for testing acids and bases. How can we make out whether the solution is acid and base? We can make out by change in color. So, what are two types of indicators are there? Natural indicator and synthetic indicator. Litmus and turmeric. Turmeric, you know, turmeric is haldi. Turmeric and litmus. Here I have taken this litmus paper. Litmus paper is, and definition of litmus is in the first page of your chapter. This is the litmus paper. See, these are very light in color, but little blue part you can see. And this one is reddish part. See, difference I will show you, then you will come to know. Otherwise, one by see, you can see the total difference between red and blue litmus. This one is blue and this one is red. These are the indicators which is used to make out the solution is acid or base. Okay. Now let us go for the experiment. HCl. I put HCl in watch glass. HCl. Then if I put the solution of calcium hydroxide, lemon is there, so let me put lemon on this. It will look good. And you have to put, see, table 2.1. Okay, table 2.1. This, yeah. Now these are the natural indicators and these are the synthetic indicators. These are man-made. Okay, synthetic indicators. So synthetic indicators we are using two. One more indicator is there, that is methylene blue. Okay, methylene blue. This with this also experiment will come. That time we should take. And these are the natural indicators. Litmus paper. Litmus paper you people are studying from small classes. Okay. Now let us go for the activity. What are we doing? See, table 2.1, sample solution. Sample means this acid. Red litmus solution. Red litmus paper if I put, then what happens to this red litmus? We will see what happens to the red litmus paper if I don't know whether this is acidic or not. Okay, I have just kept in the, now you change, you see the changes in color. Can you see any change? Okay, now let me put a blue litmus paper. Yes, see, this is a blue litmus paper and it has turned red. Blue litmus paper, and already this was a red, so there won't be any change, but blue becomes red. Okay, they are very light. Again I show you, but you will enjoy in lemon, more you will enjoy in lemon. Okay, so in the first red litmus solution you have to write no change. The first solution which we have taken, HCl. Write down the first solution we have taken, HCl, and a red litmus solution, no change. Blue litmus solution, you write down, turns red. Okay, now phenolphthalein solution. Let me take phenolphthalein. Where is phenolphthalein? This is phenolphthalein solution. Let me see in this what happens in phenolphthalein solution. Phenolphthalein solution. Okay, no change. Okay, there is no change. So now we put okay, I throw it and then afterwards we put it, or I take another watch glass for acid. Now we put methyl orange. Methyl orange. Can see what is the change in color? What is the change in color? It turns red. Is it? See, it will turn pink if it turns red. So with the methyl orange you write down first HCl, with methyl orange you write down turns red. Okay, so for HCl we have finished. So let us keep HCl sideways. Now this is the solution of CaOH twice. Okay, CaOH twice, let me mix it properly because it is in the powder form. It is in the powder form, and then we have to mix it with the water, that we say aqueous solution of CaOH twice. Again we will go through all the processes. What we have to do first, red litmus paper. Red litmus paper, what happens with the red litmus paper? Let us see what happens with the red litmus paper. Red litmus paper, slowly it will turn into blue. It will turn, very light effects are there, very light effects. It will turn blue in color. Can you see? Bluish. Okay, see, okay, these are bluish in color. Okay, so write down red litmus paper, you write down answer, turns blue. What is it? This one is CaOH twice. CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. Write down in the sample solution. See, this I am taking on page number 18. Page number 18, table 2.1. First one we have done HCl. Second I am doing CaOH twice. Red litmus if I am taking, then it turns blue. Now let us go for blue litmus paper. What happens with the blue litmus? So let us see with the blue litmus paper what happens. Can you see the color change? Can you see the color change? Does it turn red? No. Okay, so blue litmus paper remains same as it is. So in that column you write down no change. Now let us go for phenolphthalein. Let us go for phenolphthalein. What happens when phenolphthalein is added to CaOH twice? Wow, see the color? Can you see the color? See, you can see it is pink. You can write down turns pink. Okay, turns pink. See, I will show you here pink color. Phenolphthalein is getting over. See this solution turns pink. Okay, now solution is over. Now this to be done with the methyl orange. Methyl orange we will do. Yeah, with the CaOH twice. What happens when I add methyl orange? It turns, see again it will be colorless. Okay, there won't be any change in the, okay, as it is, no change. Write down in the last column, no change. Let me see when I put this again in this. It remains as it is. Now let us enjoy with the lemon. Which acid is present in lemon? Citric acid. Citric acid. Let us see. You know it is acid, but let me see what base turns which litmus to which litmus? Red to blue. And acid turns blue to red. This one is red. Okay. So let me see whether it changes the color or not. Can you see any change in color? No. So let us go for blue litmus, whether it changes. This one is blue. Can see the difference. See the difference. This one is blue and this comes red. So blue litmus paper turns red. Now when the litmus paper turns from blue to red, it is an acid. And when litmus paper turns red to blue, it is base. Clear? Okay. So today's activity this much. Activity, rest all activity we shall take later on. Thank you.